Hello, hello, hello. In this video, we celebrate Taurus season. All right, you are in my tarot playlist. How are you? And to all our Taurians, happy birthday. We start with our crystal lore. And for our Taurans, I drew out this stone and it is called an agate stone. It's really pretty. It has these striations, and this one in particular has some green in it. So a couple things are coming into my mind right now as far as the color coordination, with the white as being spirit and then the green related to the heart chakra. And that does not surprise me because guess what? Our Taurians are ruled by Venus, which is love. So there may be a lot of issues that are going to be surrounded around relationships, around love, and around all that passion stuff, the things that you like. Now, some of the vibration of the stone, and if you would like to get it, it is called agate again. And agate has a tendency to ground. It has an effect of grounding, and it is used in healing to balance the yin and the yang. So it balances out energies. If you would like to use it and keep it as a visual reminder that balance is a good thing in our lives, this will serve as that purpose. Also, in its healing aspect, it also removes negative energy and helps us cultivate our best skills and encourages us what? To speak the truth. So if this stone is showing up for this reading for our Taurans, most likely it's a reminder, let's speak our truth, let's do things with love, and, keep things balanced. So let's get started and shuffle the deck and place our players here. So we start with our lead card to help us bring light to the overall theme. And in this area, we'll put, what are you willing to let go or ready to let go, to leave behind? The next one will represent Taurus, what is continuing? And the next one represents what new energy is entering your life. Okay, we will also look at Taurus, career and finances, love and relationship, and life in general, your personal growth. And ultimately, the lesson that's coming in this season for you, the lesson. Let's also place a secondary card to get a little more in depth at the matter here and the challenges that you'll have as these energies show up. Okay, we will add an extra card for career and finances, an extra card for the love and relationship, and an extra card for life and personal growth. Okay, let's get started. The overall theme, things that are hidden. Things that are hidden that maybe you are struggling to uncover. So really interesting, Taurus, as we move forward into this month, there may be some things that are still uncovered or things that you kind of not ready to move forward with as you're approaching this next cycle for yourself. We see this like this, and it seems here as we looked at the numerology aspect of the number 18, for you, it could mean that you are nearing a phase of your life that is close to ending, but you're not quite crossed over yet. And could be that there are still some things that need to get done. That's why we're seeing this card in the reverse. And also because you are not clear about, that next transition, because you're not clear and you're kind of too comfortable in your spot here. Let's remember our beautiful Tauruses. That's part of the nature that we're sometimes so comfortable and we're grounded and we're okay where we're at, that sometimes we're too stubborn to move forward for the changes that are ahead of us. So here we're taking a look at that situation, that there's change coming, but you are not willing to look into it a little deeper because you're too comfortable where you're at. You're too stubborn and too set in your ways. So something to look at, because obviously we see this beautiful gem showing up also about speaking your truth. And these are things that you need to start making peace with as we see this message here from the moon. And so the moon showing up in reverse could mean that there may be a phase that you're entering, that there are some things you don't want to know about, or even things about yourself that you're having to come into terms with the shadow self, and some things that you're confused or unhappy about. You want to make progress, but at the same time, you're not sure what is the right thing to do at this moment. So there's a lot of emotions that you're dealing with. The emotions, when we see it right side up, is down here where we're getting control of it. But here it's like our emotions, our thoughts about these issues are taking over our mind. It's up here, it's upside down. So there's a lot of things and anxiety and fears about, overcoming or dealing with the situation. So a lot of things that we need to see here, as the overall theme here is trying to get through some issues that you need to, because this is being represented by a major arcana, meaning that these issues are showing up and they're not going to go away, Taurus, until you face them. Let's take a look at what is it that's leaving. What is it that we're letting go of? Okay. So here we have the Judgment in reverse, showing up by the number 20. And here, it's interesting that we have the Judgment in reverse. We see it in the past house, yet in the reverse itself. And I could see why now you're having the Moon in reverse, Taurus, because you're not really wanting to let go of this. And this may be a karmic issue that may come back and show up, because some things have not been healed. As you could see, we see the red cross here, and you haven't been following that divine plan. And funny that if you isolate yourself and you think about it, you know the truth of that. So let's see what this matter is. Oh, justice. So you see, so with now a double message here, the number 11, the divine thing, something has happened here, but yet while you may have let it go, be ready that if you don't address it and uncover and deal with the truth, this thing will come back up again, because justice needs to be served. And until this is cured, and until we see that everything has been healed, justice will choose to come back and play again to remedy and cure all the things that are hidden, as we see here that's showing up in the Moon. So you may have, Taurus, a temporary relief. And remember, failure to deal with it is going to make it rear its head back up in the future. Currently, Taurus, some victories. So there are some things that you are working on. We're not saying that you're not. There are some things that you're working on, but it's taking its sweet time to come through, whether it's a closing of a contract that you have, a venture that you started, and or relationships or plans that you've made to go somewhere finally. But it's like taking its time, and that is normal. That's nothing to be pressured about. You understand that progress because you've seen things pretty clear. You like when things are clear, and so this is just a little delay in getting to that finish line. But you know what? Overall, you're really happy. You're really content with things. As we mentioned, you're really not wanting to make any major changes. And it's because, you're happy with the status quo. Heading into the future, what do we see showing up? What energy showing up in your life? Okay, you've got a lot of major cards that's showing up. Going back to the original theme, you could see here, as we look at the Moon here, someone's on a journey forward. Even though not enough light, they're willing to forward, even though there's challenges, but they're ready to cross over and receive the blessings. Whatever light it wants to shine on, they're okay with that. The thing here now, when we see here in the future, because of some things that have not been cured in the past here, there's a delay. It's like there's a delay in the adventure. And it's interesting because that also showed up here with the Six of Wands, receiving recognition, receiving raises, receiving awards, receiving love and appreciation, acknowledgement. And the thing is, it's in the reverse, so it's a delay. And that's also going to delay some other major things in the future, which has to do with your soul purpose, your divine plan. And with that is this hesitation of, not trusting because you can't see the ground underneath. And that's one thing you like, Taurus. You like the foundations. You like to have those solid foundations, and you're not sure about these ideas and these things. Could also be a plan that could also be a travel plan that's not ready yet. You don't have everything set for it. So the issue at hand, oh man, another major card, Temperance, balance. And until you can settle some things out, it's going to take a while here though, but there will be an opportunity to start anew. Yet here we see in this card someone that's ready to take the leap of faith. And here in the reverse, it's just that as you move forward and you know, you're very comfortable with the things the way that they're going, Taurus, keep in mind that you need to be careful and aware of opportunities. This is a message for you that sometimes things look too good to be true. So with the Temperance card coming in as that messenger angel, kind of letting you know, hey, kind of you have to test the waters. Don't just jump into it because it's an opportunity that shows up. You need to test the waters. Don't go all in on it. And, you know, be cautious as you move forward and balance things out. So there's a lot of things, a lot of themes about trust. It's about intuition, a lot of themes of duality here. We see that there. We see a lot of things here. So we see also here in the past you had divine guidance, but you still didn't heed it through. And it's going to come again because it's seeking balance. And so it's interesting because here in the future, while you know you want to live carefree, but it's important that you are aware of the consequences, that you look at the choices and all the options, and you know, just don't go all in, one step at a time, and vet your resources. Okay, let's take a look at career and finances. Okay, well, we've got the 5. The 5 is about growth and change. And so what do we have here? It seems that there's going to be some conflict, some challenges in the area of career, some disagreements. Could be some conflict, some competition, some rivalry, you know, and a lot of people trying to get their point across, and you definitely want to get yours as well. Keep that in mind, because all of this situation that's showing up, it's because there's some major life lessons to learn. That's one of the big things that the number 5 is vibrating and resonating for, things that push you towards that personal freedom, that allows you to go into change, which is something that you are holding back on. Because the thing is the number 5 is resonating with also those life lessons that you can only get through experience. So as you welcome these new opportunities, yes, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable because you just want that solid ground, or you're too eager with the way things are going. And here, because maybe you don't want to be involved in this conflict yet, it offers you the opportunity to grow. So here's some more. Oh, so the butterfly is in reverse, and it's saying here, sudden change. Oh, we're talking about this change here. Frivolous spending, short term. See the frivolous spending about the future. So there might be some frivolous spending that you need to be careful of, Taurus. Arts, movement, temporary jobs, and fun work. So a lot of things here involved with your career, with finances, some conflict, maybe some rivalry at work, some things that are going to just show up that's going to create a sudden change, a sudden conflict. And it's a matter of perspective and dealing with that. In relationship, love and romance and relationship. Okay, 6 of Swords, and the number 6 resonates with the vibrations of unconditional love, balance and harmony. And so it's in reverse here. So there are some things that are conflicting you because the swords represent the mind, thoughts, things that are of the air, things that are moved around on the air. And there is something that you are not quite at peace with. You're like here again, and we see that it's not clear. And so this for you, Taurus, is going to be an opportunity to address these issues, to think about them. Don't just jump in it 100%. The angel here is of Temperance, is letting you know that as you move into the future, it's really about balancing things out. And once you do that, you're going to be able to clean up some of the karmic past and unfinished business that you have. So here, while we see that, you know, you want to move forward, it's in reverse. You're not, because again, it's facing towards the past, this unfinished business here. So that's some of the things that you are kind of, you want to transition, and you may be experiencing a possibility of transition of some kind, but you're not happy, you know, and you're filled with regret. You're still thinking about something in the past that's somehow preventing you, but yet there's a certain sense of comfort, you know, so, but you kind of are delaying and stalling your future success, your future happiness, because of something that is still back here. So remember that you need to keep moving on. That is the ideal for you, is that, you know, to move on from the situation, to move on. Maybe it could be a physical move itself that, you know, you're kind of feeling sad about because of the things that you're going to leave behind. So there's a lot of things a lot of possibilities. Again, this is not a personal reading, so it's very vague what I'm pulling out. It is so much different when we have our one-on-one. Okay, so, but if you are interested in a personal reading with me, it's very simple. You go to my website, you order the time you would like with me, whether it's 20 minutes or 40 minutes. And once I receive the email, I contact you, set up the best time, and then I'll call you, and we'll do a reading. If you're here local in my town, if you prefer one-on-one, we can set that up as well. So here, let's go to this Lovers thing here. It says forgiveness. And so apparently there is something that's got to be forgiven, something that's happened, whether it's in a personal relationship or business relationship. Otherwise, stop focusing your energy on past events. See, everything is saying about something of the past. The agate stone showed up because it's about truth. So what is it that you need to focus on? It's forgiveness. For life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Let's look at life and your personal growth. Well, let me tell you, you Taurus are in a season of life lessons, and until you can master these lessons, these issues, these people, these situations, this drama will continue to show up until you can show the mastery of it. Because here, the Chariot in reverse is indicating all but mastery. So we see, when we see the Chariot, we see mastery here. When it's in reverse, he's lost control. And as we look at the vibration of the number 7, considering that it is in the reverse, all the aspects are just saying, what is it that we need to work on? Why have we lost our way? Have we lost our faith? Have we lost our sense of spirituality? Where is it that I'm disconnected? Am I not following my intuition? And so all these emotions and feelings are kind of so out of touch. And so you're feeling that sense. And so it's a matter of reconnecting so that you can become the manifester of your destiny. So with it upside down, it's like if you want growth, it's not going to happen here where you've been. It is time for you to take the reins and have a clear understanding of what you're looking for in love, in life, in your purpose, so that you can get to your destination. If you don't know where you're going to end up in somebody else's anywhere. So let's take a look at this 9th house. And so we have the 9th house in reverse. So here again, another reverse message. And what is it saying? It says exploration. And the 9th house encourages you to keep an open mind. So basically you have right now really stubborn, which is your nature, Taurus. And just because it means that it's your nature doesn't mean that you stick with it. It's like understanding your nature allows you to overcome some of the negative aspects of your nature so that you can learn new things, explore new worlds, expand your horizon, and also, you know what, move forward with all the possibilities in relationship, in finance, career, love, the world itself. So interesting that you both have these 2 cards. Both of them have a sense of movement, and both of them are reverse Taurus. So it's a matter of, you know, opening yourself up to allowing yourself the flexibility to move mentally, emotionally, physically. Okay, And the lesson here, what is the lesson to learn out of all of this, Taurus? Balance, love, the lovers, unconditional love. Where did we see that there was some lack of earlier? We saw the 6 show up here in the love house. So it's interesting. All of this is happening. And you're like, why is this happening to me? Taurus, it's happening to you because there is some deep lesson that the universe wants to teach you. And the guidance is there, bringing balance and love in your life. So see everything as, what part of love do I need to learn? What loving lesson am I need to learn out of this? Whether it's business, whether it's your love with money, your love with work, your love with your community, your love with yourself, your love with that special person. It is really asking for that guidance, because everything that is happening is going to take you back to a love lesson. And your final message, Taurus, your final message. Here we go. It's in reverse. You are worthy. And perhaps some of the issues that are here, it's because you haven't loved yourself enough. You haven't seen that you are not giving yourself the love you need. You know, allow that flow to also flow for you, and know that you are worthy. I like the green, same green that we showed here. So trust, speak your truth, and remember, you are worthy. Happy birthday, Taurus. Be blessed.